What is a plasma TV?
I know you can donate it.
Well, because I remember back in the olden days, back when TVs used to be big boxes, then every once in a while someone would they would always say I got a plasma flat screen. They would never say I got a flat screen.
Or just a plasma.
Or they would say I got a plasma. That's way cooler. I never heard that before,
Plasma.
but I much prefer that for someone to say, oh, I got a plasma.
Come over and check out my plasma. We can watch the game and look at my plasma.
Well, plasma is what's in your blood, right?
Yeah.
That's a super cool thing to be in your blood. I'm glad that we have
Well,
plasma.
I used to also think, like, they would tell us the 3 stages of matter, and then there was, like, a 4th stage plasma that's kind of like, we don't really, it's not official, so don't tell anyone about this, but we
Yeah,
do
that
know
was never covered. That's a good point. I don't know where it falls in the spectrum of matters.
Right.
But it sounds like it's from Halo.
Hello.
Yeah. You guys might notice that we dressed up for today's episode
Why is that?
because it's today's anniversary.
Yes. Every single day we're going to celebrate.
No, I meant as the anniversary of this year this day last year, this exact year last year.
What was that? January 6th? No. What
No,
day is today?
I don't believe we're recording this on January 6th. I feel like I would have known had that been the case. Today, we'll let you guess. Today's going to be guess in the comments day. So before we say everything, we're going to leave a little space and you guys can guess in the comments before we get to it.
What?
For example, like we've had a couple things where people have said, or we've said things and then we've said you can guess in the comments. So we're going to keep providing opportunities for them to guess in the comments.
Yeah. Well, what else did we want them to do in the comments?
I like that you're prompting like I'm 7.
You have something to say to them.
I'm much older than that.
You're so much older than 7, I can't even
now you're
know who you are
patronizing
anymore.
me.
You're double that age, plus 2.
That can't be right. So we're going to incorporate something called You Guys Comment, and we answer your questions. What I did on my last podcast, not to talk shop and not to name drop, but I used to be.
All he does is talk about his last podcast.
I used to be on Ryan Mitchell with Ryan Mitchell, not to name drop.
Did you get replaced?
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately,
they found another one.
They found. Well, yeah. What did that happen? Is they cast another guy named Ryan Mitchell. He doesn't want to do it.
That's the business.
But that's
there's always a younger, hotter version of your name.
Yeah, this guy is a couple months younger. So I assume by the time he gets to the age that I got replaced at, they'll find another one. So is the way the business works.
Yes.
But a little thing that I would do on this old podcast, this little project I was at, when actors talk about this little project they were on, and it's
you
like
might have
Star
heard
Wars.
of it.
Yeah. Because they don't want to be presumptuous. I actually don't mind that. I think that's okay. Because they're trying not to be pretentious. It kind of comes off as pretentious in doing that, but I think it's fine.
I did this big, massive movie. It was so big. It was one of the biggest movies ever.
So this episode, we're going to have you guys comment. On my last little project I did, I would have the viewers, such as yourselves, comment hypothetical questions, and I would answer them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd like to get going.
Okay, continue.
So that's what I'd like to get going is you guys comment these sort of questions. We'll call them questions. That'll be the format. It'll be a segment called questions.
Now, of course. Right.
Do you have anything to add?
No, I was setting you up.
Oh, okay.
For a but.
Oh, but that being said, all the questions
are going to answer them.
have to. Okay.
It's true.
So we will essentially, the way it will work is you guys have all done questions, right? You go to your mom. You say, "Hi, Mom. How was the day today?"
Yes, that's what I say to my mom. Yes.
And then she'll respond with typically
She'll
what?
say,
Typically
"Good."
an answer. So in this scenario, we will be replacing your mom, and you will be replacing yourselves. Okay?
We are your mom.
We are your mom. This episode, we will be your mom.
So we'll answer any questions that you might have for your mom.
So anything in real time that you need to ask your mom, just comment.
Right.
But
of course,
however, that being said, they cannot be about anything of the earthly realm.
Okay, that may be a little too broad. Yeah.
Okay.
What should the questions be?
The questions could be about anything. Let's pose a couple rapid fire questions that would be helpful to a viewer or listener. I should be saying is the politically correct term for the audio listeners. Also, it's another thing I've been seeing in the comments, people commenting, fourth time listener. I saw someone comment like fourth time reverse listener. I love to see that. I love to see that. I love people being scrappy, thinking of other ways to consume it rather than just watching it one time through, two times through. They're reversing it. They're inverting it, right? Maybe we do a plus 10 decibels listener. That could be one. So
yeah, listen to it at different volumes. People haven't unlocked that yet.
yeah.
With the Murmur podcast.
So some examples of questions. Hey, Mom, have you guys ever been to the moon? That's actually a bad example because that'd be a yes.
You don't
no
have
question.
to say "Hey, Mom" when you start the question, but
It's
that
preferable.
would be fun. I think.
I think it would help clarify.
I think also anyone looking at the comments who hasn't gotten to this point yet will be like, "What is going on? And why is everyone saying "Hey, Mom"?"
That's true. I hope we have a big fan base that clicks out of this podcast almost a minute in every episode. I think we should start the podcast out with a totally different vibe and then switch up about 3 minutes in for the real ones. And the real ones will know that it's the real vibe.
Okay.
Okay. Some other examples of questions. Do you think that you could run a marathon no training right now?
Yes.
You do think that you could?
Wait, is this a question that we have to answer only if someone?
Only if someone comments, "Hey, Mom, do you think you could run a marathon with no training?"
We'll get into it from there. Other examples. Hey, Mom, how old are you guys? What do you do for your jobs?
Yeah.
When do you want to have another brother? And what time is it where you are?
Yeah, but I think the questions, they don't have to be personal. They could be pertaining to really anything. We like to get a thought starter. That's what we like to get going. And then we'll get cooking on it.
And we'll answer them for sure.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how you guys take that and run with that. I went to the gym yesterday and I forgot my earbuds and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to drive home." Then I went, No. I went, "You know what? I'm going to sit here with my fellow peers and I'm going to work out." And
peers, like people who pee at the
peers,
gym?
why do you think
You're
they're
in the
so
bathroom?
wet? Why do you think they're so wet? Yes,
Okay.
I lived in the bathroom. There's a lot heavier stuff in the bathroom than there ever
You
will
lived
be in the weight
bathroom.
room.
Right.
So
A jury of your peers.
yes, and I realized the gym is not a loud place. The loudness is in your head due to the music. I always associate the loudness of the gym being it's just a loud place. You go to the gym, it's a loud place. I took off it was a very quiet place because they don't play music at my gym that I go to, and it was very quiet.
Because you're usually listening to podcasts plus 10 decibel levels over the human volume.
That's right. Yeah. No, I usually listen to music, but it was a weird experience for me. I also thought about posting this on my Instagram story. Something that I'm really battling with is I really enjoy posting super informal, not really thought out stuff on my Instagram story, like as it comes to me. But then I'll look at it right before I post it, and I'm like, is this a productive post?
Yeah.
Do people want to see this? And yesterday I was going to post something about how I realized that the gym loudness is actually in my head rather than in person. I read it out. I was like, this is nothing. This is a nothing post.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd rather actually talk about it for a couple minutes on the podcast rather than.
Okay, let's talk about it.
No, I already did.
Okay, let's get
Tell
into
me you
this.
weren't listening.
Okay.
But.
Yeah.
No, you got to take the button. You got to run with it.
Oh, but I'm worried that somebody else will hear me.
Oh, okay. Aiden and I went to.
I wasn't listening.
We went to a movie premiere for our friend Gray. His film.
Great.
Excuse me. Gray's World. Gray Fagan. He goes by many names. But he had a premiere and there was an open bar, and there was only about an hour, but we were able to be very efficient, which was good.
We got some good stuff in there. Yeah. I made a conscience. I made a drink. No, I made a conscious effort to go to different bartenders because of how frequently we were going up to that bar. I was like, okay, we need to space these out so they don't.
And do you think that tricked the bartenders where they
never even? And I'm 16 years old.
That can't be true. So also to clarify, the bartenders were standing next to each other. So I feel like your logic was sort of like video game logic, where you're like, well, if I'm interacting with them, then
no, they just stare straight ahead until they're activated by conversation. Right.
But yeah, no, I was also trying not to become. a frequent of the open bar. So I would have, we would alternate who went up.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is there are ways to play this game.
Right.
And
But it's a thing where you don't ever have to pay.
And if you think that in 1 hour we're not going to be able to get enough drinks in, buddy, you got another thing coming for you.
I've never been on a go-kart. I've been on a shopping cart, and I go fast on those. I do that a lot.
That's a good senior quote. I like that. It's very succinct and efficient.
Oh, there's a segment idea, senior quotes.
Senior quotes. And then you guys can take them. Oh, that's a really good segment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
you guys just saw a segment be born.
I really actually do like that segment, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to run with it.
Okay, so my senior quote today is, I've never been on a go-kart, but I've been on a shopping cart, and they go fast.
No, you can't. I can't then have to come up. Yours came up organically in conversation.
Okay,
Anything I come
well,
up
then
with
you
is
come
not
up
going
with one organically right now. I'll start a conversation. Last time I wore a helmet was probably 6 months ago.
Helmet's never been upside down, but they're always right side up.
2-4, do it again. Doesn't make sense.
Helmets live long and prosper.
Doesn't have to start with the
follow
word.
your dreams.
No, you try to shoehorn.
Helmet
in
season
inspiration.
is coming up.
These are now turning into like log lines for movies.
A young helmet has to go find his father
When he turns 18,
When he turns 18,
a helmet.
and he's at the cusp of. Oh yes, that's good. A biker has to wear a helmet, and everyone in this country has to wear helmets until they're 18. At which point they don't have to wear a helmet, and when they turn 18,
But one kid gets a car,
and he
starts running everyone over and says, "It doesn't matter if you have a helmet on or not. You're still gonna die by my hand."
and everybody else says, maybe the helmets aren't the ones protecting us.
Exactly.
Maybe it's the spirit of our protector.
So everyone takes off their helmets, and concussion rates go up dramatically, but camaraderie goes up as well.
That could be a senior quote. Yeah, I like that one.
What, all of that?
Yeah. So, I don't even think we prefaced this. You guys are probably, I bet you guys are all sitting at your kitchen table with your family, as it is meant to be consumed.
It has to be consumed that way,
It's
by
supposed
the
to be
way.
consumed on the tiny little kitchen TV that
While everyone's getting morning breakfast.
Yes, that is how
And
it's
there's an
supposed
earthquake announced in the morning, but they don't think about it yet.
Yeah, it'll clearly come back later in the story, but
that's not what our podcast needs to be consumed.
yeah, there needs to be a news thing happening that somebody shuts off the TV in the middle of a news thing where the mom says, "Don't worry about that." But
Yeah.
obviously it'll be relevant soon.
Right.
And when I say we, I mean me and Aiden, are
Brothers. And we
going to be implementing more segments into this. Ooh, what is a segment? That's
this
a good
is like a
question.
segment right now of explaining segments, right? I just came up with a segment for the podcast to do every week on the podcast as a segment. We do explaining what is a segment. We talk about what is a segment, what is a segment. We talk about what is a segment. We get to we have that conversation, right? What is a segment? Go.
I think every episode we should get to the crux of what a segment is. I'll be totally honest. I just wanted to say crux.
Do you think that a crux who sleeps with a lot of people, sleeps around, they get the power to become a Horcrux and
Probably.
then get souls in them?
Probably. I think that's a question a lot of people don't want to ask, but everybody's thinking it.
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time I was watching Harry Potter.
Yeah. Crux also sounds like what a group of crocodiles would be called.
Crux.
That's a crux over there.
A crux.
So we're going to be implementing segments. So far you've heard the Hey Mom question segment. And then we also our fresh segment. We didn't even plan this one. That's how dynamic of a firecracker that right there was that you all got to witness. Was we just came up with the senior quote segments.
And that obviously came from love. That's the power of love.
That was clearly from that. And then we also are going to have, I think, 3 more segments this episode.
3 more segments? We'll see. Probably.
We'll see. Time allowing.
If time allows, then we'll be happy.
And when I say time allowing, I mean if time behaves in the way that it typically does. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's when you're having fun, because time goes too fast when you're having fun. So if we're having fun, we won't get to it.
Yeah, true.
So that's how you can judge if we're having fun, is if we're getting to like 80 segments, we are in hell. It's a slog. Okay, next segment is going to be.
Do you remember when?
It'll be called Remember
we want to
When.
talk about our childhood.
It'll be remembering things from our childhood and we'll go, remember this?
And we'll see if it's a relatable experience or not.
Okay, so
I would love to know
remember-
if everyone watching also remembers when these things.
And now let's
right?
give everyone's families a moment to take a bite of their food.
And we're right back into it.
And we're right
Okay,
back in-
spit
so
it out.
Bringing a spit
We
bucket.
did not say swallow. Did we say swallow? We did not say swallow.
Yeah, we should bring.
Swallow.
And go ahead. We should bring like the spit bucket they use for acting.
Acting?
Like where actors will have when they eat a food in a scene, they'll have a spit bucket that they can spit the food into. Just bringing that to your everyday normal lunch.
Yeah.
I think that could be fun. And then at the end, you eat all up the slop. Yuck! I wouldn't like that.
No, wouldn't like the last part of that.
Okay, so
Remember when?
remember when mine is. You remember those erasers that were shaped like stuff?
Oh yeah, they were the worst erasers.
Horrible
Yeah,
erasers.
not about
Honestly,
function, clearly.
To call them an eraser is a stretch, in my
Yeah.
opinion. They're kind of just plastic in the shape of like a car, and it's like, yeah, if you take a plastic truck and you scrape it against the paper, the pencil's gonna come off at some point. But
It's gonna
not
be
an
black
eraser.
paper now.
Yeah, but I mean, those things would go for talk about a trade material. Those were
Yeah.
rare.
Oh, true. Yeah, you could get high trade value for
You
those
could get
at
almost
school.
anything out of that.
The pencils with bat erasers on top of them were infuriating.
Bat erasers.
Well, but now bat erasers were literally a thing. I said bat erasers, but bat erasers, like you literally would put a bat on top of your pencil and then you would try to erase with it, and it sucked, but it was fun at Halloween.
Well, I was thinking also like
So that's interesting.
we had this big pencil box. A lot of our stuff was stored in big boxes like that.
pencil box.
We had a pencil
yeah.
box. You'd go rummage in the pencil box in the closet when you
Yeah.
need a pencil. And
Never
we-
good pencils in
no,
there.
that's what I'm getting to.
I'll continue.
All horrible quality, and the erasers in particular were horrific. Like
Mm.
there were a lot of these big block erasers you would put on the top that would make the pencil so top heavy that it was just it became unwieldy to use. And then trying to erase.
Is that a word? Unwieldy? That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
a
word.
word.
You
It's
can't
a
wield it?
word. Yeah.
That's great.
You not know unwieldy?
You don't know unwieldy?
Dude, that's one of my go-tos.
You gotta know this guy.
That could be your senior quote. Unwieldy.
Just the word unwieldy.
Unwieldy.
Unhand me.
Unhand me.
My senior quote, unhand me. Help.
Also, if you're in a pinch, sell out your senior quote for ad space. Nobody does that, and I don't know why not.
True. Then you can do 5 more senior quotes with that money.
Exactly.
Easy.
You take that, you flip it.
That is actually a very smart idea. I
sell
wish
it
I
out for
thought
ad
of
space?
that. Yeah, that would have been funny, and also I would have gotten a little bit of money for it.
Yeah, I wonder how much money you could get for that realistically.
$100.
Well, because here's my pitch is, sure, the ad itself wouldn't do like numbers in real life, but if you take a photo of that, you put it on the internet, it goes viral.
And then you got your money making money for you.
Yeah. Ugh, there are just no videos of squirrels on water skis anymore.
How do you know that?
That's a great point. I appreciate you clocking me on that and keeping me in check.
Yeah, just because nobody's filming it doesn't mean that they're not happening.
Oh, interesting. So you think that this was something that was happening, and it only became so popular once people had phones. They said, "Are you guys seeing this?" And they started recording.
that they finally had a chance to prove themselves. It was like a myth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like people go like, "Yeah, no, squirrels can do that," but up until, I mean, there is a chance that they had people doing that. Not people, excuse me, squirrels doing that before the advent of all that. But who am I to say?
Yeah.
I'm just a guy.
My remember when
Yeah.
is our mom would always say no rough housing. Remember no rough housing?
Yeah.
That is a word that I've never heard anyone use outside of disciplining a child. Nobody's ever said like, "Oh, good, they're rough housing. Here we go." As an adult,
Yeah, it sounds British to me.
don't rough house.
because
How is that a verb? Rough house?
it's like being rough in the house.
Is that what it is for sure?
It's got to be, right? I mean, that's what you think.
Maybe,
That's the
yeah,
context you think about it in when people are doing it.
So horseplay.
Horseplay.
Horses
Why-
don't play.
Yeah, we can't just say messing around. Why are there so many? There's so many 2-word combos
Yeah.
for this.
Rough house horseplay. Guys, don't hit each other.
Stop
Yeah.
punching your brother in the head. We were simply horseplaying.
Yeah, that's one of those things that made its way from Great Britain and stayed in America.
Great Britain? You said Great Britain. That's interesting, rather than England, UK, or London even.
Yes, because that's what I was talking about. I was talking about when the U.S. used to be part of the British Empire.
It's super interesting that
Yeah.
you do that. I heard they were thinking about going back.
They're thinking about it, but you know how these things go. It's
It's-
going to be stuck in development hell for
Oh my
15
God.
years, and then it's going to be a new change of leadership, and it's never going to happen.
The merger's going to take ages. Yeah.
That's what Brexit was for. They're saying we're
Oh,
leaving
really?
the EU and we're taking America back. We're going to colonize the entire world again.
See, if I was a country like that, I would sneak terms like that into treaties. Do you think they got somebody reading the whole treaty? I bet it's like the terms and services. When a treaty's probably not.
Yeah,
the right
yeah,
word.
this
Brexit
is great.
was not a
This
treaty.
is great. War's over. We get this territory. Okay. Oh no!
Yeah, you didn't even notice that I slipped in that we own Thursdays.
And I have to call you Uncle Papa now every time. Why, that one's dumb. Why do I have to call you Uncle
prank
Papa?
one. There are some
No.
serious ones like we're seizing all your assets, but also you do have
whatever. I don't want to call you Uncle Papa.
You got it. You signed it. You signed it. The whole
okay.
country's got to call me that now.
Oh, great.
Nice one, bozo.
Well, when you die,
Oh, you saw that I put that in there too?
yeah, you're gonna die.
I put my
tonight.
date of death in
Yeah,
there.
It's tonight. You
Pretty
know that,
soon,
right?
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm only Uncle Papa for 12 hours until I
that's
turn
all right.
18.
No,
At which point,
you become Papa Uncle.
oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Cool. Right, and that's gonna be kind of what Remember When is like.
That'll be like what Remember When is like. I feel like we should give everybody 5 seconds before and after a segment to decompress.
Because they're going to be going, oh, wow. Whew. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. If you felt a breeze, that was just,
The Mitchell brothers coming at you.
yeah, segmenting.
5 more seconds.
5 more seconds. And exhale.
And now our next segment is a moment of silence.
Oh, that's good. Moment of silence.
Moment
Every
of
week.
silence on a
I mean, that
podcast.
could work too in the concept that we do a moment of silence for something.
Okay.
I think
moment
that
of
could be fun.
silence for
No, hey, this isn't bad. we mourn.
bad idea.
No, we mourn something that passed.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yours is gonna be. It can't be something serious. It's gotta be.
Okay, then you go first.
Okay,
You go first.
so I will mourn the loss of physical buttons in cars. We have a moment of silence for physical buttons in cars have gone to the wayside. You get in a car now all of a sudden. What is that, a flat screen? Is that a plasma flat screen you got in the middle of your car? No, that's the touch
You're
screen.
kind
that
of talking
controls
a
the
lot
whole-
for a moment of silence.
I haven't gotten to the moment of silence.
Okay, I don't know
yet.
when it comes in. I've never been on this podcast.
Yes, you have. So yeah, you get in a car. It's got a touch screen. Oh, I got to open the door. Where's the handle? It's on the touch screen. Oh, I can't see out the windshield. That's because you're looking at the touch screen. It's the touch screen. It's not the windshield.
Okay, now do we do it?
Yeah, now we have a moment of silence for it.
Okay.
Okay, now
Okay, cool.
your moment of silence is up.
All right. Let's have a moment of silence for men doing this with their pants when they sit down. They pull them up before they sit down. They
Oh, I
pull
pull-
up their pants a little bit before they sit
I
down.
pull them down.
Exactly. Me too. Okay, and that was our moment of silence.
Yours was way less meandering and whimsical than
That's
mine.
because I'm more succinct than you. Okay, yeah, you got me there. You were very succinct. No. Okay, we get it. Come back. I'm going to sing for you guys now because I don't know what to do. Oh, my God.
You can sing an already
I'm
existing
so
song.
nervous.
You can sing a song. That
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to come up with.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Our upstairs bathroom, the soap was empty for probably 2 weeks, and we were just, when you still do the soap as
I
if
was
it's
getting
there.
stuff out of that. You
Really?
weren't getting anything
well, no,
out of that?
yeah, you were getting phlegm though. You weren't getting real hardcore soap. It was
You
just
need
like
solid. You don't do bubbles.
exactly right. The bubbles that's auxiliary. That's not even considered real soap. And here's the kicker. Stand up for this. You're gonna want to be standing for this. right?
standing, you're
For
gonna
when
want
something's
to
about to be underwhelming.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, when you know you're not gonna faint.
Yeah,
That's what they're saying.
you're gonna want to sit down so you don't pass out.
Yeah, like what piece of news have you ever passed out?
Oh, I
at?
feel like people were swooning and passing out like crazy in the 30s.
Is
Are
there
you
some
kidding
sort
me?
of like, was it vitamin C? Is there something that we have now that they didn't have a century ago? Why were they always passing out at news?
Drop
I've never gotten a phone call and they said, "Be prepared to lose your consciousness." It's a big deal when you faint. You have to go to the doctors.
I guess they were just exposed to less. Think about how much, comes across your feed every day. Back then, if you heard that there was going to be a snowstorm, bam, hitting the ground, fainting, probably just off any sort of news. Having a baby. That's another one. People would announce, I feel like that would cause people to faint.
That's
If Elvis passed by, oh, forget about it.
True, Elvis was
You're
making
done.
people faint. That must suck. Yeah.
I think Elvis was probably one of the leading causes of
Pregnancy.
head injuries. Pregnancy as well, yeah. But I was saying head injuries because all these girls swooning and fainting.
True.
That's why there definitely should have been a buddy system implemented at concerts like that. You have to go with someone who's either already been to an Elvis concert or is immune to Elvis swooning you. Because all those girls would swoon. Everybody's hitting the deck. So our soap, we have like a little plastic soap thing, and then we have a refill, a big, like I don't know, a gallon. Let's call it a gallon refill of soap, and it's directly under the sink. So all we had to do was take that out, refill the soap, and it took us 2 weeks to.
And it was life-changing. We're so clean now. I don't even have to shower.
Oh, you were using that in the shower?
You don't take the pump hand soap into the shower and put it on your whole body.
Things that feel illegal but aren't.
Life hack. You don't have to buy soap. Just use the soap that you have around the house.
Could you use like body wash as hand soap? Because it's sold in a much like bigger format, right? Like you think about a body wash versus a soap. They cost probably the same amount for a super cheap one.
Yeah.
But the body wash is going to give you a lot more longevity. And then the soap is not going to because it's much smaller. So
What is body wash?
I think it's just soap.
Well, that doesn't help me at all.
I don't know what exactly is in body wash. I've never picked apart the ingredients. I don't use body wash. We are a bar soap family, which is a decision that I don't even necessarily think I agree with. I think body wash is a better way to wash. It's more efficient, but we were just raised on bar soap, so it's hard to make that switch.
Bar shampoo. Put it in your hair.
Bar shampoo sounds French. That as a sentence sounds bar shampoo.
I'm going to bar shampoo tonight.
Yes. We should open a bar called Bar Shampoo.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, what about bar shampoo, though? Let's talk about it. What if shampoo was in a bar? Then everyone would be like, oh, what are we doing here, huh?
So, wait, the shampoo. Where is the shampoo in the bar?
It's a bar of soap, but it's shampoo, so you put it on your head.
But wait. Oh, I thought you meant we go to a bar.
No. Bar of soap, but for shampoo, so you go.
I hate to do this, but can we do my hypothetical as
Okay,
well
let's do
as
yours.
yours?
Let's do yours.
Because first of all, that is a thing.
What?
My girlfriend has bar shampoo, and I was baffled, confused, and upset to say the least when I was confronted with the opportunity to use bar shampoo rather than liquid shampoo. I didn't know what to do. Second of all, if we went to a bar and there was shampoo, it depends how it is. If I order a drink and then they say, here's some shampoo, yeah, I'm not going to be happy. But let's say I go to the bathroom, I shower, and then there's shampoo in the shower, that's fine. I would be cool with that because then obviously you get shampoo. When you're in the shower, that is one of the main things that you want. So I think it's all about where it is in the bar.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I don't know how batteries work. I think I remember like a lot of electric cars have a battery on the bottom of the car.
Yeah.
Also, apparently batteries are very heavy, which is like
Is it just
difficult for
random
like
facts?
like fuel efficiency. It's difficult because they're like it's a big item.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't understand like why they're viewed as the like thing that's better for the environment because I understand you're not filling it up with gas, but the electricity is coming from gas power.
automobile gas is made from fossil fuels that release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And that's
Is
the number one thing
electricity not powered by gas? What is that powered by?
electricity. It's powered by like electricity and electrons. Where's the gas?
That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Electricity is powered by No, to create electricity, to generate electricity, you still have to burn stuff, right? There's
not
still
necessarily gas.
Well, what are other ways to do it? Typically speaking,
You put two prongs into a potato or something, right? We used to do that. Why did we do that? What was the potato about?
I think it's to show that potatoes are more powerful than you'd anticipate. I think it's to have you respect potatoes.
Oh, I think that's probably what it was for. Yeah, but we still eat them. Do you charge up your potatoes before you eat them?
If you plug your potato into the wall, would that charge it? I bet there is a quantity of potatoes that you could use to just charge up your car. But then could you eat the potato? If you drain a potato of its energy, is it still edible?
I don't know where the energy. I don't know what the electricity is. I don't know. My girlfriend and we tried to bake a potato in this very kitchen, in the oven. We had it in the oven for like 2 hours.
For all those who can't see, instead of the kitchen, there's a smoking crater now.
Okay, that explains it. Because we put it, I was convinced it was the oven. I was like, it's weird that there's no door and it's just a smoking crater. Well, I'm going to put it in there. And it didn't cook. It didn't cook in the oven for 2 hours.
That's very interesting. The oven was... So the crater was before you baked the oven?
Okay,
Wait.
You created this scenario. You need to have the timeline correct. Oh, no, he's doing his
I'm
thoughts.
thinking that you probably are lying about baking. I think you caused the explosion in the kitchen, and now you're lying about it.
It was so annoying. I went to the kitchen, and I went, oh, it's on fire. I might as well walk away. Somebody else did this.
This is somebody else's problem.
Yeah. Smoke alarm goes off every time we try to cook anything in this house.
That is true. Yep.
I don't know what that's
Very
about.
briefly, and then it shuts off. It's a pretty quick turnaround. It's not really that disruptive.
I wouldn't care if we didn't have neighbors, and we cook late. We are cooking at 10 p.m. for some reason. We are up there putting chicken on the stove.
That is true. I do just worry about everyone else because I haven't heard any of our neighbors.
I've never heard the neighbors smoke alarms. They're probably thinking we're amateurs. But the burner is on low. Like, it's definitely a weird stove that we have.
Yeah, there's no visible smoke. There's nothing to imply that there's any issue happening. Nothing gets burned. Maybe we just have really sensitive smoke detectors.
Yeah. I should probably stop taking it off the wall and putting it right next to the stove. But
yeah,
I just feel safer that way.
We put a smoke detector directly over and also one inside the oven.
Yeah, just to make sure there's nothing being burnt or cooked.
I mean, smoke detectors are good to confirm that there's smoke just as much as it is to warn you about smoke. It's also good to go, yep, there's smoke.
That's going to be smoke. You guys are going to want to get out of the house now.
Oh, I meant in the sense that when you're trying to create smoke, you go, yes, success, there is smoke in here.
So they should have like a different sound for a good smoke detector then.
Yeah.
Hooray. Hooray.
Yeah, I think
hooray.
That'd be more.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Hooray! Hooray!
That would be better.
Hooray!
Sure.
Hooray!
Okay, next segment is what are we calling it? The one where we're shouting people out.
Unsung heroes.
Oh, okay. Unsung heroes of society. Well, yeah. So mine is it's going to be essentially people that really are upholding society and deserve a shout out. So I'm going to go ahead and shout out. Who was it? I wrote it down. I'm reading it right now.
Nice.
Oh, nice receptionists. Because in my experience, receptionists are evil. No, I meant to say either evil or very nice. There's not really much of a middle ground with receptionists. So I'd like to shout out the nice ones because the nice ones really make the world go around. Typically, when you enter a place where you're interacting with a receptionist, it's because you don't really know what's going on in that space. It's foreign. And so to have someone just be super combative right off the bat kind of sucks. So it's really nice when they're really nice and they're going, what do you need? Blah, 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 blah.
It makes you want to work there.
No.
You go to an office, the receptionist is nice. It's like, this is a great environment. Thank you. What can I do for you? Do you have a tip jar?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like they definitely represent, they're the most front-facing employee. They represent the vibe of the office, I would say.
We encountered 2 different receptionists just today.
Yeah, they were both nice. Neither of them tried to hit us.
Just hit on us, and that is expected.
At our bank, they would always have lollipops, and that was my first experience with good receptionists. I guess the receptionists, I can't really speak to their character, but the lollipops, I can speak to the character of that.
Yeah,
Those were
that
great.
sort of becomes the nice receptionist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would always want to go to the bank just to get a lollipop.
You know, the deli employee is a receptionist in a way as well, because they're behind the counter and then they give you a free piece of cheese when you're a child, in the same way that the receptionist gives you a lollipop.
Yeah.
And they're sort of front facing. They're the only employee that you're expected to interact with at the grocery store, apart from the checkout.
That's true.
person.
Why? Like, every other piece of food is readily available, but the deli, they have to make it fresh.
Yeah, they want to make it fresh. Right. Yeah, that is weird that they keep that in-house.
Yeah.
I don't know why they decided to take that on.
Okay, my one was people who start the wave at sporting events.
That's good.
They are good for the morale, because you don't. Okay, if you go to a sporting event, it's not just about the sport. To be honest, they're pumping more entertainment at you than the game itself. Like they seem to be more into what else we can focus the crowd on rather than the game. They got fully animated like races going on where we already know who the winner's going to be. We got babies crawling on the floor. We got people juggling, but even that is not enough for the crowd. They need to take it upon themselves and create a wave. They need the entire stadium of 60,000 people dancing.
And the person who starts the wave, it's a thankless job, because it's usually one of the people in the crowd, and they have to get it going, and then they're just part of the wave. But
a lot of people only think of the wave in its final stages, but you don't think about the spark. That takes bravery.
You have to build the wave. It doesn't just start from nothing.
Exactly.
Usually it takes a couple go-arounds, and then when the wave dies, that's always sad. You can see one last fizzle round as it goes around, and you're like, this is not going to last.
Yeah.
I've never seen a wave come back. I've never seen one be able to fight through that.
That's true. What's the longest wave you've ever seen?
Longest wave I've ever seen? Oh, geez. It would have to be... I mean, the only waves that I've really seen in any sort of large capacity would be at the Dome in Syracuse.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other sporting events I've been to, but I haven't been to... I imagine if you go to, like, Daytona, that's like 200,000 people. But that's... The issue with that one is I think all the seats are on one side of the stadium. I could be wrong, but, like, that would be performing a wave for nobody.
Right. Because
nobody would
for the
be seeing
drivers,
it.
we're going to go, whoa!
Be to distract
cool.
the...
Oh, look, they're doing a wave.
Yeah, you'd have to do it, like, on the turn. Because they can only see it then.
Yeah. I think it's even more brave to start a chant, because then you're just screaming to your section over and over the same 4 words. And if it doesn't catch on, that's embarrassing. Go home.
I mean, I feel like in America it's hard, but in the UK, they'll have such orchestrated chants that all you have to do is say, like, one thing, and then it'll start a call and response that goes for
full
minutes.
Songs. Yeah. That the entire stadium is doing.
Personalized to each player on each team.
Yeah.
And they all seem to know it. I don't know if they get together
practice,
and rehearse. I don't know how it's so widespread and widely
and then
known.
perform it for the players for the first time. Yeah, right.
Okay, our last segment of the day is called How Often Should You? And it's about how often you should do certain things. So the first one is going to be how often should you get a car wash?
Oh boy, I am running thin on that one. I haven't washed my car since buying it 9 months ago.
So your answer would be never.
Apparently, so far, I should get one. Our roommate Kellen, he was like driving behind me. Like we were both driving home and at the same time, so he drove behind me. And then when we got in the house, he was like, "I was thinking about getting a car wash."
Because he was just looking at your car.
And then he was like, "Yeah, because I was looking at your car, and I was conscious about my car."
I mean, that's the only time you think about getting a car wash is when seeing someone else's.
But like, really, why do we need to wash the metallic outside of our vehicle? It's like,
yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a vanity thing. Maybe it preserves the life of the car. So I don't know. But I never have washed my car. I don't know if I ever will, because it gets dirty so quickly,
especially in LA.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
with all
don't
the
get me
salt and the
started.
snow.
I can't with this city anymore.
I mean, yeah, it gets dusty real quick. Versus we're from Syracuse, and that gets salty, and that rusts the F out of your car.
Yep, you can't even do it.
You can't even do it. I imagine cars last longer here though, because there's no elements to deal with. You're never dealing with the elements. It's always only one element. It's snow. What other elements?
What are the elements that they talk about?
Well, out in the elements, and that's
rain.
Usually,
it's mostly just water, variations on water. I guess dust is an element.
It would be that's like ground. That's not an
Earth.
element. I think
It's like the Avatar elements.
yeah, the benders. Yeah,
Oh,
the benders.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it should just be called the element. You're out there dealing with the element.
Which is various forms of precipitation.
Yeah,
water.
water.
Yeah,
Water.
sure.
That's what you're dealing with.
Okay, so how often, right, should you be seeing fireworks?
I only need to see them once a year. I don't really, to be totally frank, I don't see the appeal of fireworks all that much. They don't do that much for me. I think you see
Yeah.
one fireworks show, you've seen them all.
I honestly might take that a step further. If I don't see a fireworks show in a decade, in 10 years, then I think I'll be hooked again. I'll be like, oh, they came out with new fireworks. Let's see what we can. Oh, now they got face shapes. Look, a heart. Like, for the past 20 years of my life, all I've seen is the same firework. So I think every decade is enough to reel you back in once.
I don't think there's really all that much innovation going on, though. I don't think if you came back to it in 20 years, you'd go, oh, look at that. Because you look at you look at 1970s fireworks. Those things are more or less that we're looking at the same firework as we're seeing in modern
Who is
day.
responsible for creating fireworks?
I don't know. I assume someone that also probably manufactures military stuff. I imagine that's probably a similar
Yeah.
type
This
of
is what they do for fun.
is manufacture
Military stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
like
the fireworks
that's
is
like
their
the
job.
fun branch of the military
Right,
contracting
right.
company.
A lot of people don't realize Raytheon is primarily a fireworks company.
That's where they make the most of their money.
Yes.
We also when we went to a Dodgers game, we saw a
Drones.
drone show, and that thing was so cool.
It was sick.
Way cooler than a fireworks show because they can actually make stuff. Like a firework show, when they try to spell something, or you're like, what does that say?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that kind of says that. But the drone show, I mean, that thing could be super precise.
True. Yeah.
They can do holograms essentially. That's what they're working
You know
with.
who's been doing a drone show everywhere they go?
Who?
Oasis.
What? They did one at the concert?
They not at the concert.
Oh,
but
the one you
before,
go
it's
to?
like to mark their spot. It's like the Silver Surfer heralding Oasis coming in. They do a big Oasis logo above the venue.
What does the Oasis logo look like? Draw it.
It's Oasis.
Oh, it just says Oasis.
It says Oasis, which is the name of their band.
Is it? Is it like 3D or is it just like?
That's the thing. I have no idea.
You've never seen it?
No,
There's
never
no
seen it.
photos of this.
I have seen photos, but the thing with photos is you can't tell whether it's 3D or 2D.
Well, I meant 3D in the sense that when you think of if you just spelled out Oasis, that would be just lines. It would be lines because the letters would just be. But is the text? Does it have texture to it?
Sure. A little bit of texture. There's a block rectangle around it that's really makes it the logo.
Oh yeah, like your shirt. That's the only way that I know the Oasis
Sure,
logo.
sure.
Now I'm seeing it. Absolutely. Yeah, I
So,
think drone shows are the future of all industries.
Oh, okay. Like comedy is gonna be
Yeah,
drone
like
shows?
comedy. Like, oh, I'm watching my show. You watching on your plasma flat screen?
Oh, these
No.
drones are so funny.
Yeah, but I'm watching it on the drones. I've been reenacting it with 150-foot tall drones.
No one's gonna go to class anymore. They're just gonna look up at the sky and see with the drones and believe what the drones tell them. Those are our segments, guys. I hope that you liked them.
I liked them.
Okay, good. That's what
I
was
like
talking
them,
to
and
you.
that's all that matters to me.
That's people like to say that's a good way to live your life. Just worry about you.
Be really
If
selfish.
you like it, that's okay. No, I'm constantly worried about what other people are thinking and feeling, and that's how it should be.
You should constantly be thinking about other people.
That's how I do life.
You'd be a really good therapist. You'd be a really good doctor. You'd be a really good. I mean, I'm sure there are other industries you'd be good in too.
Thank you. But you don't want to hire me for your position?
No, I know that we told you we were hiring, but we're not hiring.
Do you think I'm overqualified?
I think you're a little bit underqualified.
Let's both say what the position is on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Giraffe.
Accountant.
Oh, you're not in the right place, bud.
Oh no! Wait,
That's
where
why
am
you were
I?
underqualified. It's it's largely based on dimensions.
That's probably why you said I would be like a doctor and all that stuff, because you were just naming other human jobs. You don't
yeah,
really
you'd
know.
be a good chef. You'd be a good cashier.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you even taking the time because I'm not a giraffe.
Our horse is the only animal that got shoes.
Oh, true.
They got full-time shoes. Dogs, you can put them in
Shoes
shoes for a
for
little
life.
bit, but they act a little bit weird when they're wearing shoes.
Horses get shoes for life that you have to cut off.
Yeah, overkill.
Yeah, and sometimes
Dramatic.
you can throw them as a game.
That's right.
You can throw them and try to hit a pole.
That's right. Oh, I haven't seen a horseshoe game in ages.
Yeah.
I never saw a legit horseshoe. It was always like the gamified version.
Yeah, plastic horseshoes.
Yeah.
I spent a whole plane ride with this guy who is a professional horseshoer who travels the southern region of America shoeing horses, and he was telling me all about his job.
It was probably sitting next to the horse was probably a squeeze.
It was crazy, let me tell you. It was a sight to see, and we were in the back row, so it was cramped, and he kept having to go to the bathroom.
The horse would have to go to the bathroom.
He would have to go to the bathroom, so he'd say, "Excuse me," and then he would just end up peeing all over the seats.
So he kind of called his shot.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to get to the bathroom.
Yeah, he would just say, "Excuse me, I'm about to."
Excuse me, look at this.
It's about
Watch
to happen,
this. Watch
and
this.
then it would happen. Yeah.
They do have animals on planes sometimes.
Yeah, well, only in those little baskets. They can't be out and about. You can't have an animal out and about on a plane. They got to be in a little basket.
Little basket.
Never seen a bird though. Bird flying around. Bird. That'd be probably a hat on a hat.
I
Can't have a bird
genuinely
flying in a
did
plane.
see a loose bird flying on my plane. I sent a picture of this. You remember this? It was on someone's shoulder at the gate, and it walked onto the plane on their shoulder and then just sat down with them. It wasn't a hassle at all. I mean, it was probably getting humbled the whole plane ride. It was like, oh shit, you
I
guys
wonder
can
if the bird,
fly.
like, if there are any like biological functions that allow it to know its altitude, and it's like freaking out as to why it's.
Yeah, it's never
so
been
high
this
up.
high before. Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
I hope it got a good view of the outside.
If you were to have a superpower, would you take it?
Well, what's the superpower? It's very dependent on the superpower.
That's not how you answer a question.
I imagine there are a lot of strings attached to being a superhero. It's not all, rainbows and sunshine. There's a lot of probably favors. In the same way that like when you become rich, people are like expecting you to do stuff all the time. It'd be like anytime something is like on your roof, it's like Superman. Hey, can you just hop up on my roof and take care of that? Anything heavy to be lifted, a lot of strings attached. It's not probably the best.
Yeah, I would love to keep my power a secret, like winning the lottery and not telling anyone.
Sure. But then it's also like, well, then what's the point? I guess that's why they wear a costume. We got it all. I mean, we just reverse engineered what it means to be a superhero and why they hide their identity. Because also, it's a burden, like, if you're a superhero, you kind of have to save people. You kind of have to. You have to go into a life of service. You can't just, like, be a superhero.
That's so true.
Just be sitting on the sidelines. You have to
Right.
be using that for...
You can't just be like a really good athlete.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like Dash in The Incredibles when he's running in the race at the end. That wouldn't fly for that long. I imagine they'd probably drug test him pretty quick.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet they
Right.
pulled him off to the side after that. And
His thing was always, let me go out for sports. Like, you don't have a specific sport that you want to play. You want to
is
go
that
out
actually
for
what he
sport.
would
He would always
say?
say, I want to go out for sports. Go out for sports.
that's great because that makes it as universally applicable as humanly possible.
Yeah. And then the sport was track. He's running the 100-meter dash in track.
Well, that makes sense. I mean,
Come on. Play
if
lacrosse
there's
like
this-
a man.
he might not be coordinated. They don't say anything about his
That's
coordination. It's
true.
all about his speed.
That's true. Like, that's the one thing that he knows he'd be good at. He might be terrible at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Soccer, though.
Again, that's another sport that they all require. If there's a ball involved, there's going to be some sort of coordination.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was thinking football, not soccer.
Yeah. Well, like rowing, that doesn't require coordination. Lifting, but that's not his domain.
Right. It's so interesting how these superheroes all get like very, very specific powers. They all get very specific and limited powers. Like the Fantastic Four go into space, and all of them get one thing that's very different, and they can all work together. Like none of them got like radiation poisoning.
They all probably should have got the same thing.
It should be the Fantastic Four, and they can all stretch. It's 4 people who can all stretch.
They just joined gymnastics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if they all became the Rock guy, that would suck. That would
that'd
be
be
really
the worst.
unfortunate.
That'd be
They wouldn't
the
even be
worst.
fantastic, probably, because like, if we're being totally frank, he's probably the worst of the group. I think the guy who can set himself on fire, that's really cool. He
Probably
can
the best
fly.
one.
Why can he fly? That
Yeah,
doesn't
what's
feel.
the fire to flying correlation? We don't know. He's just on fire.
That feels like the bigger part of his power, but the fire seems to be what everyone focuses on. Like,
Right.
he can fly.
Yeah.
We can all create fire. He can fly.
Yeah.
Nobody else can fly. The girl could turn invisible. That's probably better than flying, I would guess, actually. And then the
Oh, yeah?
stretchy one, that's like undefined what he can do. It seems like he can really, if you played like the Lego games, like
Yeah.
he's really versatile. But if you see him in live action, it's kind of, he's just stretching.
Stretching. He's usually getting stretched out.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
just withstand
Right.
pain and stretch. Yeah, he could not be drawn and quartered. That's his superpower. And then the Thing is just made of rocks.
Yeah. He's a
just made of
human that's
rocks.
made of rocks. He's like strong, I guess.
Yeah, that's a huge bummer. Can't use a phone. No heat sensor on, his fingers are made of rocks. I imagine his life is terrible because the other ones at least still are like in human form.
Right. I like that he still tries to wear human clothes and like blend. He'll wear a hat, to blend in public.
You're right.
Yeah. He'll wear like a fedora out.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
That's
got to go
good.
to a tailor.
There's no way he's cold. He's not cold.
I don't think he would have experienced that sort of thing. Probably
Right.
can't feel pain, I guess. Does he regenerate if he breaks off a part of himself?
Does he? Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's pretty brittle. Like, if you throw a rock at the ground, I understand he's, like, big, tough, and strong. But if you throw a rock at the ground, it's going to crack. Versus, like, we're pretty, like, tough with, like, we have a layer of, like, skin and all that. And we're pretty, like, if a human hits the ground, they're not going to crack open that much.
Yeah.
But bones heal. If he cracks, is he just going to go, a million pieces? Do you have to wet him so he doesn't crack it? Because like a dry rock is more apt.
Is
to
that why
cracking,
he
I
showers
think.
then? Because he's not going to smell. He's just.
Well, I mean,
showers
he could still smell for sure, and
Oh,
he could
okay.
also be washing off like dirt, debris, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can still get dirty, but
Okay,
he's,
okay.
he's not gonna shower in the same. He doesn't have
See,
hair.
this is the type of thing I want a movie about. The logistics. Let's call it superhero logistic movie.
Yeah, I wish the Fantastic movie four was them sitting around and hashing out the logistics of how they're gonna live their life.
And then bam, movie over. After credit scene, 1.5 hours of action.
Yeah, the after credits is them doing all this stuff. All right, that's the end of the thing.
Thank you, guys.
Make sure to comment if you want to.
You gotta ask us stuff in the comments.
You have to
because
ask
we're
us stuff in the
gonna see it.
comments. And then if you liked any of the segments, say which ones you like. Say, oh, I didn't like this one so much. You guys should never do that again.
Rank every minute of this podcast from 1 to 100 or however many
I don't know if
minutes.
there are 100 minutes in it, but you could. In that case, you would have to double up, which is fine.
Yeah, get it to 100,
Yeah.
okay?
We'd like you to get it to 100. All right, bye guys. Bye guys.
Thank you so much.